Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Martyna and welcome to another episode of Craft Therapy, which is a little series here on my channel in which we spend together an hour or so doing anything creative, just for the sake of it, just for the sheer joy of being creative. No planning, no goals, no overthinking, just playing with what we feel at the moment. So if this sounds fun, I hope you grab yourself maybe a snack or a drink. I have my tea here and maybe a little project that you would like to work on. And so today's video is kind of a continuation of yesterday's one, but not really. I mean, you don't have to have watched the previous one, I believe, to still be able to have a nice relaxing time during this craft therapy session. But if you would like to, then I will of course link it below and you are very welcome to do it. And so in this previous video, what we did is I used a Amazon packing paper, like the soft craft paper envelope from Amazon, and I used it as my base, and then I collaged all over it in a collage masterboard style. So just made a big piece of collage and then I just cut it up into smaller pieces. As you can see, we have several, and some of them are really small, some of them are big. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some fun decorating them today. As you can see, my glue stick did not work super well on this craft paper for some reason, but I'm probably going to go around everything with my sewing machine at the end anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, okay, so hope you have your project, hope you have your little craft therapy activity, and let's do it, you guys, let's do it. So I think what I am going to do is I'm just going to try to sort of decide what I want these pieces to be. So for instance, if I want them to be tack spots, because if they are to be tack spots or pockets, then I would not have to worry about what's in the back of them, because they would be, oh, I think this was one piece. how fun. Because I would be gluing them on paper on my journal page. But if I wanted to make them into journal cards, then I would probably need to back them with something like coffee stained paper maybe. Okay, so let's maybe start with some of those smaller ones. And I think these three, just let me put this aside. These would be fun tags. This, did we? Where is it this big? We had one pocket. I remember that I cut one of those to be a pocket. Maybe this one actually. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be like a pocket. So let's leave it there, and then this is a big one. So those big ones I think I'm going to be making into tags. Oh, see, this is the Amazon little smiley arrow. So these big ones I think I'm going to be making into tags. Then these I think I want to make into journal cards. This is going to be a pocket. And these are going to be cute little tack spots. So although I'm thinking this one could be a tack spot too, I think. So maybe I will put this aside. So let's start with journaling cards. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to glue down these roses. So if you are interested in those rose images, they are a fussy cut kit from my shop. If you just go follow the link in the description to my Etsy shop, you will find them under Vintage Rose Fussy Cut Elements. And yeah, I think I like them. One more thing that I have here, or a few more things actually, is I also have some of those butterflies, which were freebie in one of my videos a long time ago, really. So if you search for Teal and Tattered freebie, then again you should be able to find them. And I think maybe I would like to use them because we already have 2 butterflies here, and so I could add one more. Will a blue one match? Because there's 1, 2, and then I think if we added a blue one, it would be nice to have something else that would be blue. But then that would be 4 butterflies, wouldn't it? So how about this one? And then each butterfly is going to be a different color. Now, do I want any butterflies on these? These butterflies are all in kind of those pastel blue and pink and purple colors, because these are the exact ones that I used when I was creating my Blissful Birds kit. If you have been here for a while, or you maybe have this kit, you will remember that it's full of those colors. And so I have a little bit of like purple pink here, so I think I could maybe add this butterfly. I'm just trying to figure out where do I want it, maybe on top of the rose or under the rose, or not at all, of course. How about that? That's not the right color though. Okay, no, I don't think. Maybe I could find some of those. Do I have any more of this one left? Because this is the most neutral, I suppose. Oh, there is this one. It's a big one. Yeah, and it's like super big compared to the rose. Okay, so no more butterflies, but we still have a few things here that maybe would work. So let's see. I have some Tim Holtz ephemera here as well, and he may actually have some little butterflies, perhaps, or bugs, who maybe would work a little bit better with the color scheme. I think I need to make another sheet of those freebie butterflies for you guys and for myself, and so that I have some other colors to work with. There's this one, we could try it out, and then this one. So I've been really, as you might have seen in few previous projects, I've been really enjoying adding butterflies, which, you know, I have a little bit of a problem with butterflies, a little bit of a butterfly phobia, but I'm trying to add more of them because I like the look of them, especially when they are this small. Like these, I'm okay with. when they are huge and very realistic, that's kind of when my problems start with the butterflies. But yeah, I'm trying to be brave. Okay, so I have a few. Now, is there anything else here that I might want to add? So first of all, I have some of those Tracy Fox pastel labels, which I really love. And of course, we already have some labels in the background. If you've seen yesterday's video, part 1, then we definitely added some labels in the background when creating this collage masterboard. but maybe we can add just a little bit more. Maybe one more per card. I like it. And then let's, okay, I also have these stamped scraps that we also made together. Oh, actually I like it. I think I need to make a bit more of these and make words, because I might have, you know, added them when I was, especially those like numbers, random numbers and things, when we were making the collage masterboard yesterday. But for today, I think I am going to try out some words and see how I like it. Well, I like this hope here. Let's see. Oh, maybe this nature here. I quite like it. And then can we have one more? How about I remove this, because we have kind of a triangle with this piece which is here on the label. Okay, what about that? I do like it. So those butterflies go back and these go to the side. Maybe I will still use them. Okay, let's start gluing things down, and then we can decide if there is anything else we would like to use or do to those journaling cards. Definitely I need to remember that. You guys remind me if I don't remember, scream at me. Maybe somehow I will hear you. But I need to back them, like, you know, add something here, because I certainly don't want this on a journaling card. So how is everyone? How is your weekend going? Are you having a relaxing time? Maybe a creative time? For me, I am actually filming this video on Friday, so a couple of days before you probably see it, before I upload it, because on the weekend, so tomorrow morning, on Saturday morning, I'm going home to see my mom and my sister. So I've mentioned it a few times before, but we three are quite close. We are friends, you know, with my mom and my sister. But at the moment, we three live in like 3 separate cities. So it's not that often, also, you know, with work schedule and everything that's going on, it's not always that easy to meet all 3 of them. So it often happens that I go home to visit mom, but my sister, for instance, could not come because she has some other plans. She also works in a private school and preschool, and she is a speech therapist. She works with autistic children, and unfortunately she often is, you know, quite exposed to the you-know-what, and she's vaccinated and all, and she's also had it in last year, in the beginning of last year, but you never know. And so she also does not come home. So maybe I want it lower. So she also does not come home that often. Just so, you know what? I usually cut those hanging elements off, but maybe I will just leave it. maybe I will just leave it like that. I mean, I don't think anyone is going to mind that there is a little bit of white here. I'm going to cover this up though, but I like how it looks, and I like how it looks. And if the person who receives this card is bothered, then they can absolutely just snip them off, and it will take like 5 seconds, right? So let's try this. Okay, what do I want this hope? Here? Yeah, I think he is good. So that's the second one, and the third one. So yeah, so I'm excited to have a little bit of fun time with them. I'm taking Zuzia. So, and she loves them. She loves my mom and my sister, and it's incredible because like she's very used to us and kind of our routine. Me, Darek, and her, she sleeps with us. She's not super trusting, I would say, to new people, but then of course she's already seen my mom and my sister many times, and it's incredible because when they were here for Christmas this year, and they slept in our living room and we slept in our bedroom with Zuzia. She, like, several times at night, she was like scratching on the door. She really wanted to go there to them, and if we opened the door, she would run and jump on my mom, on my sister. And okay, I just need to make sure this create is still visible, and kind of bombard them with wet dog kisses, which was so cute. But also I can imagine that if you are not expecting that and you are not kind of used to having a dog, because neither my mom nor my sister have a dog, it can be a bit scary if something like this just jumps on you and in the middle of the night, and yeah, and you weren't expecting that. Okay, so now I think it's a good time to actually back it up. So I have a piece of coffee stained paper. Now, will this be enough? Yes, it will be enough. So I'm going to use my glue stick for this, because again, going to be stitching everything around. So I'm actually not going with my glue stick, with my glue to the edges. Oh my goodness, this I need to fix because it's driving me crazy. And I want it to stay in place for as long as it takes me to stitch around. Okay, now which side would I prefer? Okay, this is nice actually. Then this one. Also, one time when my sister was here for the weekend, and she was again sleeping in the living room on the couch, Zuzia came to her in the morning when I think I was just going to the bathroom, or I was going to take a sip of water in the kitchen, and so she slipped, through the open door and went again jumped on my sleeping sister and decided to stay there. and for a few hours, because it was like maybe 6 a.m. and it was the weekend, so we were planning to sleep in to like 8 or 9. And so for a couple of hours, my sister said that she was just lying there trying not to move because Zuzia was kind of curled up next to her. She's a Chihuahua, by the way, if you guys are new here. So she's not a big dog at all. She's rather small, even for a Chihuahua. Very kind of like slim. And yeah, so I remember that, you know, when she was just a baby dog. I remember when she started to sleep with me, and I wouldn't like dare to move the whole night because I was so afraid I would, I don't know, either hurt her when, you know, I move, or I wanted her to be comfortable, you know. And so right now it's quite normal for us to sleep together. So she can also move very quickly. So if I move in my sleep, she is able to turn her position very quickly. But yeah, so my sister didn't sleep for like 2 or 3 hours. But Zuzia, she had a good night's sleep, curled with her favorite auntie. So that was super sweet, at least for me. I don't know. I don't know about my sister. No, she loves her too, so she was happy to have her. Okay, I'm trying to be careful here not to cut off those hangy bits. Probably could have backed them first and then add some roses on the front, but that's okay. So I think we are going to go for a walk, maybe Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to also maybe spend a little bit time with my sister, practicing English. So I think I want to round the corners. So she is looking for a new job, and well, English is, as you can imagine, quite important, especially if you are looking for a job in international companies, which she is a bit like she wants to change what she does for a little bit. So like I said, she's a speech therapist, but it's with autistic children, but it's very demanding emotionally and physically and on every other level. So she just needs a change, you know, and to rest a little bit and to think about what she wants to do. So I'm going to be practicing a little bit of English with her. I actually used to be an English tutor. So I think I can help her a little bit. Okay, I love them. One more thing, or two more things, I suppose, would be inking around this. So where is my vintage photo? Here it is. And then maybe some gold on the front, and then I will put them aside, and when we are done with all of the pieces that I'm going to do today, I'm going to take them all to my sewing machine, or actually I'm going to take my sewing machine here and stitch around all of them. Oops, not the side. What am I doing? Okay. And a little bit of some gold around the edges. So this is a gold paste, like gilding paste. And I know I always say it, but if I don't, I always get questions. So the one that I'm using is actually a Polish brand, Renaissance. However, any gilding paste or gilding wax or gold texture paste would work super well. And I'm, as always, using my finger to go around, because this gives me a nice uneven, messy kind of look, which I like. Okay. Oh, okay. I think. Like, am I asleep or something? It's not even that late. It's like, what time is it? It's 3:41. 3:41 p.m. p.m., not a.m. I would not be conscious at 3 a.m. Definitely not enough to film a video. Okay, let me clean my fingers a little bit, and I think we can call those 3 done for now. And now I want to go to those, so let me put these aside. Now I want to go to those big ones, because I'm excited about them. And because I want to make them into tags, I think I'm actually going to start with backing them. All of them need backing. So let me grab a piece of coffee paper, which is not super like, what am I trying to say? Not like this, because this is actually double-sided. So a piece like this I would definitely like to use as a journal page, so that I don't waste kind of one side. But this one is super pretty, and I can definitely glue my cards onto this. Oh, maybe these two actually, because they are, oh, these two, that's my decision, because they are not very dark, so they will kind of match the aesthetic that we have on the front. And I don't know if I need 2 sheets or not, but probably. I love how these turned out. Okay, let's start gluing. So again, not going too close to the edges, remembering that I am going to be stitching around. Okay. And those are super nice and crinkly, because this is actually a thin copy paper, 60 GSM copy paper, whereas regular one is 80. So it's thinner, and I love it. I think this way, backing them first and then decorating, it's going to be a little bit easier later. So I think I prefer it to this kind of this order, in this order. Okay, let's make sure they are stuck down. And then this last one. So maybe I could actually make this one in a large tuck spot too, because we don't have that many tuck spots. Okay, let's put it in the tuck spot pile, just because I want to have all the kind of, you know, variety of ephemera. Okay, I need my bigger scissors. Ooh, these are my favorite scissors. I love them. So I'm going to have journaling cards. These are going to be tags. And then we are also going to have a couple of, well, more than a couple actually, of tuck spots and pockets. And if I decide later on that one of those tuck spots I actually want to use as a journal card, all I will have to do will be just back it with some coffee paper, right? Okay, this is number 2. And then number 3, and I'm of course going to save those scraps. Maybe I can actually stamp some more words on them. And with these, I want to have a little bit more fun with kind of layers. So I know they are collaged already. They are layered already, but I'm thinking I would maybe like to add a little bit of fabrics or laces. So let's first make them into tag shapes. And like I always do, I cut one corner, eyeballing it, and then I use this cut corner as my template for the other corners. So they are kind of the same. Not really, but enough for me. Right. Awesome. Now what do we do? So I still want to kind of use my roses as focal points. So let's bring them back and let's see which one I want to wear. I think I had this one here previously, but this one is the biggest, and I think this one is my biggest rose that I still have. Okay, I love this one. And for you, mister, this one is very small. Okay, where's my... here. Let's see if I have any of those bigger ones. Oh, I have this. Oh, this is the same, just without the insides cut. I think these were actually cut by the scan and cut. How about this? I would of course cut those inside. Yeah, I think I like this one. This is big. The tag is big. It makes a statement. So let's do that. And where am I? Oh no. Oh no, I think I have my Tim Holtz scissors. Those are like my smallest. No, this one too. Okay, I have to grab them. They are in my living room. Okay, I'm back. I was doing some fussy cutting in the living room. So I had them there, but I can't imagine cutting anything this precise, like the insides here, with any bigger scissors. So this is the only part of fussy cutting where I would not use my giant scissors, whereas for the image as such, I often use them. Okay, and I'm also not being too careful, too fussy, I suppose. Okay, let's go in here. So these were actually cut by our Scan and Cut brother. Scan and Cut, we just got it a few days ago, and my boyfriend has been loving, absolutely loving, playing with it. And bless him, because it's not perfect, this Scan and Cut, you know. It's, I don't know what I was expecting, but he does kind of a lot of work around it on his computer. So Scan and Cut has like a system inside of it, so you can use just a little screen on the device and try to operate from there. But if you register it, you also get access to this free. Well, it's not free, it's free if you have a Scan and Cut, like a computer program where you can do a little bit more, I don't know, editing, I suppose, and he does a lot of it. So if he didn't, then the scanning function, it's just not very precise, and we don't yet know why. Like, even when I add some super simple shapes to it, like, you know, a sheet of journaling cards, which are all rectangle, and they are pretty, they are standing out from the white background that I print them on, and he still has some issues with this. It's not a he, I don't mean my boyfriend, I mean the Scan and Cut. So it still has issues with this, and it will sometimes cut like through the journaling card or completely outside of the borders, which I don't know why. So it's not what I expected. But with, like, my boyfriend is really enjoying playing with it. Okay, I think that's enough. He's really enjoying playing with it. And he says it's actually pleasant for him to do all his computer magic. And so I have now these roses cut out. And the only thing I have to do is cut a little bit of the insides, which is not a problem at all. This took like, what, 3 minutes maybe. Okay. So let's bring this here, and this is my fabric and lace scraps bin, box, container. And let's see. Okay, I'm trying to position it so you guys can see. And let's see what I've got here. I would definitely like to add a little bit of fabric layering here and there and everywhere. Okay, how about this cute little piece somewhere? I have this, and this is a piece of modern lace, so it's not vintage, but it's very pretty. The shape is gorgeous, but it was so stark white that it was almost blue. I don't know. So when I was tea staining some papers, I added it with the papers, and so now I like the color much more. Okay, so we will have a little bit of it overhanging here. do we want it on this tag as well? Maybe not. Maybe let's try something else for each one of them. But I could add a piece of this. I like it. I have some fabric scraps as well, and of course my gold leaf trim, which works awesome on every project. Let's see, there's a nice sequin applique. I have a little bit of this pink with tiny sequins as well. So do I want maybe a piece of this, which side? This side up, I think. So I could do it maybe like this, because the color is quite similar to this rose. I think I like it. You can see a little bit of it behind the rose. And then maybe I could have a piece somewhere else. Maybe not. Okay, what else do we have? This. No, this is too pink. Too pink. You have this. Maybe this would work. Let's see. So I'm just trying things on, if you will. Just trying to see what would look nice, and I think I like it. I think I do. So there is this. Anything else here that I could use? Oh, look at this. Totally not the color for this project, but maybe for something else. This is really pretty. This was gifted to me. But I wouldn't want to cut into it. How about this here? Maybe. Or I could also have the shorter one, but no, I think this one. And so we have 1, 2, and I'm thinking it would be nice to have a third piece. So how about this tiny bit there? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I think for this one, let's move these two aside carefully. I think for this one I can actually start gluing those pieces down. And what shall I use? I'm thinking wet glue. Because it keeps fabric in place really, really well. And then for this one I will actually apply the glue on this applique or embroidery piece first, and then I will also add it here and smoosh it like that, so it doesn't zip through, because it's like a very thin net fabric. And then this one, I would like perhaps for it to hang over the edge a little bit. Yes. Let's see. Perfect. I really like it. Now, here's the question. And the question is not whether I want to use my gold leaf trim, but where to put it. How about a piece there? Let me cut this This is slightly too long. And I could have a piece here. Like that. Yes, I would like it, although I don't know if it will stick to the fabric, so perhaps I will have to first stitch around and kind of stitch it in place, and then glue the rows. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's put this one aside. We will do some more work on it, but first I really would like to stitch around. So with this one, we have this piece. What else could we add? We don't have to add anything else really. But I think, excuse me, I think I would like to see whether anything would actually look nice. Maybe these little leaves here. So, you know, these are such details, some of those, that if you don't have it, if you don't have this tag in your hand, you probably wouldn't even see those details. But that's, you know, when you actually have it in your hand, you will see and feel all of those different layers and textures. So I think this is amazing. And you know me, I love my textures. I wouldn't be surprised if my most used word from last year in my videos was texture. Oh, I love it. I'm definitely going to be adding some toppings, something here, but for now I think that's perfect. I'm going to again glue this. So these roses are not really fun to glue down, or, you know, to fussy cut. There is a lot of details with them, but if you persevere, it's so worth it. I think they look incredible as focal points. I really love them. Okay. Let's try this. Where did I want it? Somewhere here, I think. Turning this around and just making sure that everything is stuck down. And while I'm here, I can trim just a tad bit of this lace on both sides. Okay, and here. So when I'm finished here, I think I will take a little bit of a break and maybe edit. Okay, let's put this one aside for stitching 2, and then we will add something. Oh, gold leaf trim. I think I want it here somewhere too. So I will probably edit the yesterday's video, so the sort of the first part of this. Oh, I love it here. I think maybe here. Yeah, I think I love it here, but I'm going to again have to stitch it, because if I was attaching it to paper, this wet glue would do the job and it would stay attached, but it's gluing fabric to fabric is a little bit more tricky. Oh, can you hear scratching on my door? It's my puppy. No, I can't let her in because my floor is a mess. And she likes to make it even more messy. So I'm going to have a nice play with her after the video, but she needs to be a little bit more patient for just a little bit more while Mummy is finishing her video. Okay. Like that, and let's see. I like it. Do I want this gold leaf maybe on top of the lace here? Yeah, I think I'm going to stitch it here, so I can actually glue this rose, and then I will pause you guys, and I think I'm going to go to my sewing machine. We still have those pockets to work on, and tack spots, but I think they can wait for another time because I still want to add a little bit more details to those pieces that we are working on today. And so I will put those tack spots and pockets in my to finish pile or basket, and we will finish them another day, another craft therapy perhaps. Okay, I love it. I like having this rose kind of not centered, but more on the side. Okay, you guys, so give me a second please. I will be back with you in a moment when everything, so we have 3 of those, and then we have 3 of those when everything is stitched around. Don't they look just gorgeous, you guys? I love them. I love them. Okay, so they are stitched around. I'm going to leave just a little bit of thread, not too much on them, because you know I like it. And I also inked around, and so here is what they look like with the gold leaf kind of stitched in, and then our cute cards. I love them, love them, love them. So with these, I think I'm going to take my crocodile or a hole punch and punch holes so that I can add something to those tags. Okay, need a little bit of help with this lace here. Okay, perfect. And as for eyelets, I should have a few of those flower eyelets left. Yeah, and I've been sort of hoarding them. I'm definitely want to order more, but I have been hoarding them and I think this is a perfect project to use them on. And yeah, so using the crocodile again to close them, and I do love how they look. They can definitely like be a part of the decoration themselves, you know. Very pretty. and then this one. And so what will we put into them? So lately I've been loving eyelash trims, and I have a few colors. I have this cream one, I have this pink one, which I think would look really nice too. And I also have some sari silks. Yes, I have some sari, gorgeous sari ribbons here. And I thought maybe I could add those two. Oh, look at this. Look at this, you guys. Isn't this just a beautiful side? Ooh, I like this one. This is almost the exact color of this rose. I'm going to take a piece for this one. Now here, I think I can go with the same. Oh, and it kind of turns into yellow, which I love. And for this pink one, maybe I also have some scrubs here. So I have this. I have this. Nothing is quite the color of this rose or of the background. So maybe, oh, okay, so I know what I'll do. Will this match? Yeah, I think so. So for this, I'll just go with something different than the others. Okay, so let's start with those, and I am going to pair those pieces of sari silk with a little bit of eyelash trim. Now, of course, I can't find the end. I never can find the end, so I always have to create it myself. And I'm choosing a piece which is similar length, and I'm going to make a knot, I think, just a knot here on the top. This one is short because I didn't want to take too much of the sari silk because it was turning into yellow too quickly, and I prefer pink for this project, but I think it can still look really pretty and fun. Yeah. Look at this, you guys. So fun. I love it. And then this one is a bit longer. So let's take a piece the same length. And maybe this one, I'm actually going to fold it in half and try to go through here and then through this little loop. Like that. This is pretty. Yeah. I really love them. And this one, for this I am going to take a piece of this. Now maybe a longer one. Maybe for this we are actually going to make a bow with let me see, I was using it earlier today. I'm looking for my gold organza ribbon, and I definitely have it here. Oh, here it is. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take a piece like that, and I'm going to make a bow for this tag. We'll see if I didn't cut them too short. For a nice bow, but no, I think they are just just the perfect length. Yeah, maybe we can shorten this. So many threads from these eyelash trims. Okay, I actually love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, let's see. Do we need anything for our cards? Or do we want them plain-ish like that? No, I think they are great the way they are. Okay, so let's sum up, you guys. And so what we did today is we decorated 3 journaling cards, made them on collaged background with collage masterboard and some, it's not sure if this is focusing, and some Amazon packaging, and then added some bits and pieces and the fussy cat roses. And all of those are backed with coffee stained paper ready to be used. And then we have 3 of those big tags in which we also layered some fabrics and some laces, and each one of them has a nice little tassel-y bit. So there is this one, and there is this one. And also all of them are backed with beautiful coffee stained paper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this craft therapy session. I hope you had a fun, relaxing, creative, inspiring time. I definitely had, so thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for crafting with me, for keeping me company. And yeah, I will speak to you guys very, very soon in the next video. Bye!